Hi everyone, this is Emmy. Today I'm going to do a demo for this very easy crochet blanket, so let's get started. Before I get started, let me show you some little shoes that I designed in my Etsy shop. These are little shoes for babies, and they're all hand sewn. This is polar fleece, and these are polar fleece as well. These I did with some ultra suede, and I lined them with felt. A little bow on the back. Okay, so let's get started with the blanket. To make this blanket, 2 different colors of Bernat blanket yarn are being used, and this is a really cushy, soft chenille kind of yarn. And an 8mm crochet hook is used, but you can also use the 9mm. And it's worked like this with equal number of rows in a solid color and then in a variegated color. So let's get started. The pattern calls for beginning with a chain of 117 or multiples of 3 plus 6. So I'm going to demonstrate with a smaller section. So go ahead and work your foundation chain in multiples of 3 plus 6. So after you have your foundation chain the correct length, you're going to make a V-stitch in the 6th stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to make a V-stitch, yarn around the hook, insert the hook into the stitch, pick up the yarn and pull it through, pick up the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, pick up the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, and then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to make another double crochet in that same stitch. So double crochet, and that will form a V-stitch, and there always will be a double crochet at the beginning of the row and at the end of the row. So now you're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch make another V-stitch. Skip 2 stitches, make a V-stitch in the next stitch. Skip the next 2 stitches, double crochet in the last stitch of the row. And that's how you'll work all the way across the row. At the end of the row, you'll chain 2, 1, 2, and turn. Find the chain 1 space in the next V-stitch and make a V-stitch in the chain 1 space. So double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Go to the next chain 1 space and make another V-stitch. Go to the next chain 1 space and make a V-stitch. And this is how the entire blanket is made. You just keep making V-stitches in the V-stitch of the previous row. Make a V-stitch in the next chain 1 space. At the end of the row, skip 2 stitches, make a double crochet in the last stitch of the row. And that's how every row is worked. In the pattern, it calls for working 8 rows of each. So you work in a solid color, and then you go to a variegated color, and you do the same number of rows. And when it's time to change color, you simply pull the new color through, and then you chain 2, and you turn, and then just continue to work on. Find your chain 1 space of the next V-stitch, and make a V-stitch in that stitch. Like that. So you just keep working back and forth. You do the same number of rows in each color. And that's how easy it is to make this very quick and soft, cushy V-stitch blanket. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.